Hi, this is Odagiri Greentooth again, and this is session 2 of Candlekeep Mysteries. So in our last session, we had made it into Fistandria's, her lair, if you will. And as we explored her lair a bit more, we came across two homunculi cooking dinner in the kitchen. They told us about books with special letters. So we went to the library, found another letter. We had already found the letter I in our previous session, and this time we found the letter R. However, a swarm of books attacked, and a shelf fell on me. That caught me off guard. I was prone under a shelf of books. Maybe letters on the book make up the password to get us back? That is what we were thinking as this bookshelf fell upon us. However, we were able to handle the books, the swarm of books. We found in another room what I guess would be the dining room. It was a mimic. This was a mimic. There was 6 chairs, but we found the 7th. Or rather, we found a table that could, accommodate 6 chairs, but there was a 7th. And as we investigated, we were attacked by a mimic. Eventually, we were able to defeat the mimic. And Cedric was able to discover a letter B, or a B signature, B with a period. I don't think this was helping in those embossed letters that we were finding earlier, but still of significance. I ended up in the room being surrounded by cotton candy-like mist. And I wondered if that might be Fistandria. Remember, we are trying to find her and our way back. But it turned out to be fairy dragons, which Ushnar was able to identify. Cedric offered them food, and I guess they chose not to attack us, for they disappeared. We continued on investigating the floor that we were on, and we found a training room with daggers and quarterstaffs, and I guess there was a picture on the wall, or perhaps a poster, and it was depicting training, martial arts training in the use of swords and quarterstaffs, the type of weapons that I guess a wizard would use. So we assumed that Fistandria was using this room to train herself in the use of those weapons. There was a sweeping broom in the room, and it was Cedric who tried to communicate with them, but of no response. So, discovering nothing else in the room, and nothing else of note on the floor, we decided to head upstairs to where the planetarium was. We came across a few halls, and when we entered a room, we found that there was a cat, a black cat, in the room. Again, Cedric communicated with it, and it warned us about the basement level. Apart from that, we found out that its name was Munlow. There was another book in the room. It had the letter Y embossed on it. And we found a letter E. Sorry, I'm getting myself a little confused. There's so many letters and so many rooms, and we kept being attacked. So we actually found the letter E in that room. That was embossed. And we moved on to another room. And it had the letter Y. I was very cautious, because I don't think I wanted to pick up any of these books, but my adventuring companions were picking up the books, and they picked up the book with the letter Y. And two swords came and attacked us. And we were able to, after a lengthy attack, or a lengthy fight, we were able to defeat the swords. But this battling was becoming quite weary, and I was warning my companions to not pick up any more books. Let's be careful. Eventually, we went into a room that proved to be a planetarium. It was very dark. It had an image of a constellation on top of the door before we entered the room. There were telescopes, and in the center there was, I guess, a crystal of some sort, or orb. So we decided to investigate, and we found a book with an embossed letter T. Thankfully, nobody picked this book up. So off we went, having found 5 letters, I, R, E, Y, and T, and wondering what they meant. So we went down to the basement level. And again, there were hallways. We explored the hallways and we came to a room. And as we opened the door, we found in it a summoning circle, I believe it's called. And there was a toad that was, I guess, hopping around. Cedric tried to communicate with it, but I guess it didn't speak any language. After a while, it disappeared. And then one of our companions, I think it might have been Garris or Quint, had suggested that maybe if we get all the books and we toss them into the summoning circle, those books with the embossed letters, they might create something. I was hesitant with that, for we've done quite a lot of battling. It might be another trap. So off we went to another room. This one had a jar full of arms or hands in it. And as we tried to leave, or some of us tried to leave, those hands came out. And I guess we must prepare for another battle. And we will face that, whatever challenges come our way, just as the prophet, Stead Whitehorn, would face these challenges with bravery and not be overwhelmed. But it's hard not to. It's quite overwhelming that every room almost seems as though we are involved in some sort of a battle. But we do have to find or figure out this mystery of how to get back from wherever we are. So until next time, my friends, hopefully these battles do not last very long. Hopefully we can get past these hands that are surrounding us. But do join us. Do join me more in my continued adventures of the mysteries of Candlekeep. Thank you.